I have to motivate my players and forget that loss against Nueva Ecija.
These players have been around for some time and they know what it takes to step up. So I hope the likes of Gilbert Castillo, Patrick Benedicto, Francis Adriano, John Dumont, and even Jonathan De Guzman would up their game.
I hope my players will not be rusty, no, this time. The way they are practicing, maganda ang ano nila, maganda ang attitude, maganda ang response. But still, we'll play Pasig 5 against 5.
Stop their fast break, force them to be a half-court team, and control the boards. That's what we have to do to beat Surigoq.
Ladies and gentlemen, NBA
center slot, yung front line nila.
Okay.
If the front line can only click, a Manny Victorino, a Willie Mejia, and even a Rodriguez to be able to click and synchronize themselves with Melencio and Apollo Lim, that's going to be one good thing for Coach Jimmy Mariano. Mangyari lamang, talagang hindi na nasisynchronize yung kanilang pagpupuntos dahil naman ang Warriors mahilig sa running game. Hindi naman tumatakbo yung mga malalaki nilang manlalaro. Ang tumatakbo yung mga tulad ni Melencio at saka ni Apollo Lim.
Okay, and also, Danny, there may be a little bit of pressure now on Surigoq because by a quirk of the schedule, sunod-sunod yung mga home games nila. So after this game, they'll be playing against San Juan on March 26, Pampanga on April 9, and Laguna on April 12. So nangangalahati pa lang yung season natin, itong tournament na ito, isa na lang matitirang home game sa kanila. Kailangan makapag-ipon. Let's check out the starters now for this particular game. Adriano, Dumont, Otto, Castillo, Benedicto, Regidor, Jareño, Victorino, Javier, and Melencio. And you can throw in the names Belga, Habaradas, and Aldaba as today's referees. I think both teams pretty much have a set way of doing things. Pero Danny, yung iniulat kanina na baka maging mababa ang output ng Surigoq in this game according to Coach Jimmy Mariano. What do you think of that?
Well, kung magiging mababa, he only has a lot of respect to the defense that will be played against them by the Pasig Rizal Pirates, no? Pero ang sinabi nga niya, we have to learn how to play our half-court set. Kasi pagkatakbo tayo na takbo, baka maubusan rin itong Surigoq Warriors.
Lalo na pagka na-deny na yung kanilang unang option. And Regidor barrels inside, gets a foul. It's on Gilbert Castillo. Earlier, John Dumont missed a runner. At itong Surigoq Warriors, maaaring nahalata nila. This could be the best time to catch the Pasig Rizal Pirates off guard.
That's true. At mabalik nga tayo dun sa sinabi mo na yung scheduling, no? It would be good for the Warriors to win more games here at home because of the schedule. However, it's going to be added pressure once they go on the road because they have to test themselves kung on the road ay magaling ba sila. Kumbaga, kailangan nila ng mamaon ng mga panalo dito.
Dahil pag on the road na, dehado ka na, mahirap nang bumawi. Wala ka ng home games na natitira. Save there by the Warriors, and Victorino missing a long bomb from the outside, but couple of good breaks for the Warriors, unable to cash in. Regidor just broke the ice with one free throw. There's a foul on that rebound play. It's on Melencio, his first.
Alam mo, Bill, matatangkad itong lineup na ginagamit ni Coach Joel Manal sa umpisa ng ating laro. You've got Otto, Benedicto, Dumont, Castillo, pati si Adriano. Si Dumont pa ang nagbababa ng bola.
He wants to create mismatches right away. Castillo tipped up and in. Otto can't put it back up. Castillo forced it, not squared. At eto na, tatakbo si Tec Regidor, isang dating Laguna Laker. There's a foul before the shot. It's on Benedicto. Medyo nahihirapan pa sa switching ang Pasig Rizal.
And with the running game na pinapakita ng Warriors dito sa umpisa ng ating laro, talagang kailangan bumaba sa depensa yung mga malalaro ng Pirates dahil since matatangkad sila, nahihirapan sila humabol against a much shorter but quicker Surigoq.
Melencio and Regidor, teammates on the Lakers last season. Traveling on Regidor. That has become a common sight in the NBA.
You know, what kind of mismatch can the Surigao Warriors find at this point? Ang lalaki ng kalaban nila. So what they have to do is provide those screens necessary to free up their teammates. No? And since you cannot create mismatches, that will be the advantage of the Pasig Rizal Pirates. Dahil naman, nung bumabantay sa kanila, mas maliliit.
Oh. Gonna see a bit of posting up. Pick and roll a bit too tight. Dumont traveled. A minute and a half gone by and only 1 point on the scoreboard. Very unusual. Pero kung titignan natin yung mga laro nitong dalawang koponan na Surigao, kadalasan high scoring ang game.
Oo, high scoring yung game dahil gusto nila takbo ng takbo. No? Pero ngayon, napipilitan sila tumigil na i-create yung kanilang half-court set dahil hindi rin sila makakapasok sa loob.
Yes. At hirap din sila sa kanilang execution. You can see another turnover there by the Warriors. Dumont stopped his dribble. Give and go does not materialize. Benedicto, he can hit it from there. Castillo underneath, tapped away by Melencio. Good read of the passing lane. 5 seconds to shoot.
And if you notice, itong Warriors, pinapahirapan ito Pasig Rizal Pirates. And in fact, 5 seconds na lang nalalabi dun sa shot clock ng Pasig. So ibig sabihin, magandang nagiging communication nila on the defensive end.
That is true. Makakatira kaya si Adriano. Forced shot. No second chance attempts here by the Pirates in the early going. Up and down, pero wala pang nakakabuslo. No baskets scored so far. Victorino going nowhere, but fishes a foul from Otto.
Number 1 against Mike Otto on the driving, Manny Victorino.
Tatlo na ang foul ng Pasig Rizal.
You know, I'm sure there's a lot of concern on the mind of Coach Joel Banal considering that his team has not scored yet. And yet they have given 3 team fouls already against the Warriors.
At siya magkalahating minuto pa na naiiwan sa ating first quarter. Melencio trying his luck from 3-point range. Dumont pushing it up. Oh boy. This is starting to look ugly for the Pirates. Of course, the Warriors not doing too much better. Areño, Regidor. Stutter step goes outside. Areño is bumped by Adriano. Very close calls here by the referees.
And that's going to be the 4th team foul of the Pasig Rizal Pirates. And meron pa tayong 9 minutes na naiiwan dito sa first quarter. So
Penalty na sila.
probably gotta shake up those legs para sa Pirates dahil hindi sila makasabay against the Warriors who have shown a lot of ball movement and movement even without the ball.
Regidor and Melencio. Reverse layup is gone. Could be the longest dry spell to start an NBA game. 3-0. Benedicto, inunahan ng depensa. That's more like it.
And probably you see a change, you know, in the game plan para sa Pasig Rizal Pirates. They cannot seem to score on their half-court set. Pero pag tumatakbo naman sila, nakakascore sila.
Parang baliktad.
So maaaring mano-a-mano ang magiging labanan natin dito.
Barilan. Areño. Quick release. Javier scraps for it but pushed off. Castillo was backing up against him, it seems. 5 na ang foul ng mga Pirata.
Yung mga maliliit na bagay pa na ayaw ni Coach Joel Banal. Ang nangyayari ngayon sa Pasig Rizal Pirates, hinahayaan nila kumuha ng offensive rebound ng kanilang mga kalaban. At sigurado yan, sasabihin ni Coach Joel Banal, malalaki na nga ang ginagamit ng mga malalaro. Ano ba kayo? Kailangan natin mag-box out.
Yes. The Pirates, by the way, are still playing without Dorian Peña, who will probably see action, I believe, April 2nd.
I believe that's against Cebu sa may Pasig.
Sa pa yung pinakaabangan ng mga fans ng Pirates. Benedicto forcing it inside. Couldn't capitalize on the size advantage. 2-on-1 break. Melencio dumps it inside. Javier, change of face. No! They get it back. Regidor rushes it off the glass.
At itong Warriors, hindi nagpapakita na talagang nararatel sila despite that miss. Pinapakita nila na kaya nilang lumaban at hindi, they will maintain their composure.
And sudden pressure by Regidor in the backcourt forces Adriano to give up an offensive foul. What's happening to the Pirates? There's Dorian Peña.
Right now, masasabi natin, siguro inaasam-asam ni Dorian Peña na nakakatulog siya dito sa kanyang koponan pero hindi pa po siya maglalaro. And Bill, what's happening to the Pirates right now, it seems that they are not communicating well,
Okay.
especially on the defensive end, and even if they bring the ball down, walang tumutulong. Akala nila nakakayanin lang magbaba ng bola despite the defensive pressure being applied to their guards.
Meanwhile, Gilbert Castillo sits down at the end of the bench, and Jonathan de Guzman comes in. We have a foul on Mike Otto, and look at this. The second foul on Otto, the sixth team foul against Pasig Rizal. 7:42 to go. Score is only 5-2.
Well, pakiramdam nga natin dito sa Pasig Rizal Pirates, no? Walang manlalaro na gusto kumuha ng role na ako ang kakarga ng aking koponan dito sa larong ito. Looks like Benedicto may be one dahil mabilis or malakas ang kanyang umpisa. But the rest of the guys, parang they're just going through the motions. But kailangan mong isipin, if you're going to go through the motions and your opponents are already racking up the points, that's going to be a big problem.
And remember, they started out this game without a true point guard. Ngayon lang pumasok si de Guzman. Medyo lalong gumulo ang kanilang opensa. Benedicto rattles it out. Good follow by Adriano. Gets the putback.
Alam mo, itong dalawang coaches natin kung ating papansinin nung sila'y naglalaro, matatangkad itong mga coaches natin. So, basic basketball, paano mag-box out at sigurado doon dalawang coaches ito may sasabihin sa kanyang mga manlalaro.
Una-una sa listahan niya. Good movement by the Warriors. Defensive intensity now by Pasig picked up. Otto finally pulls it down. Pasig trying to run. They're down by 3. Mabilis dumipensa naman ng Surigao. Adriano from the corner. Otto with the offensive glass. Inside, Adriano gets it again. 7-6. Jimmy Mariano going to the end of his bench, going to Apollo Lim, will be checking in shortly. Kasi wala pang talagang bona fide scorer itong Surigao Warriors. Meanwhile, illegal defense on Mike Otto.
But the Warriors are showing a lot of intensity doon sa umpisa ng ating laro. It's just that itong Pasig suddenly caught fire towards the later stages of the first quarter.
Yes, let's see how the tempo will go. We have a timeout.
For the Surigoq Warriors, it's just that it's going to slow down. I'm sure if the Warriors would like to capitalize on the fact na itong Pasig already with 16 fouls.
Oh, Apollo Lim is in the game, and they'll make sure to get him the ball. Pero dinidikitan ni de Guzman. Regidor knocks in a triple. Regidor trying to make a show of it. Played backup most of the time in Laguna. Now starting for Surigao. Benedicto. Sumugod. Nabangga. Jape Javier is the guilty party.
Number 1 against Jape Javier. And itong si Patrick Benedicto talaga kung makahanap ng buwang yan, papasok siguradong papasok niya. Pero napakalalim ng tira ni Patrick Benedicto and that's slow-mo. Now with Benedicto and Adriano on the floor at the same time, you see a different Pasig Rizal Pirates dahil makikita mo na ito si Adriano mahilig gumalaw, nawala yung bola sa kanya. Si Benedicto naman ay nag-aabang ng isang possible set shot mula sa labas.
You've got a sturdy point guard in Jonathan de Guzman. He knows how to get these guys the ball. Benedicto not too sharp from the free throw line. Fresh 23 seconds for the Pirates. De Guzman, bumomba na 3. Tabingi.
At ang bola pupunta dito sa Surigoq Warriors. At buti na lamang hindi pumasok yung tira ni de Guzman dahil nanggaling yun sa isang offensive rebound of the missed free throw of Patrick Benedicto. It looks like Pasig is medyo malamya ang kanilang opensa dito.
That's true. That's true. I find it so strange. Pirates really looking for leadership. Manny Victorino with that funky running hook shot. He'll get it right. 10-6. Approaching the 5-minute mark. Adriano down the middle.
And slowly you could feel that Pasig will be going to Francis Adriano and Patrick Benedicto. And you cannot give that open court to Francis Adriano. Sigurado niya. Malalaking hakbang niya eh.
Meanwhile, traveling as Regidor tried to salvage the situation under the basket. Mejia will replace Manny Victorino, who had a wild shot in the last play. And let's turn you over now to Alex Santos with the word on the Warriors.
Yes, number one agenda ng itong ni Coach Jimmy Mariano during the timeout was about the 2 offensive rebounds ng Pasig. Nandun na yung box out na kanilang movement para dito sa kanilang kupunan. But the problem dito sa kanila, they're not reacting to dive the ball for their possession. Ito yung sakit nila. No synchronization on defense. Ang reason, dahil all 5 of them wants to shoot kagad and convert easy basket through a transition. Back to you, Bill.
Tama yun, Alex. Kita mo naman, tinira agad ni Aurelio. Wala pa set ng opensa. Pero yung sinabi mo kanina, Danny, ito si Jimmy Mariano was a big man in his day. So first thing he's gonna teach you is how to box out and rebound.
Yes, you'll never get the defensive rebound for as long as you just look at the ball. You have to look at your man first.
At isa pang ituturo niya, lalo na kay Manny Victorino, yung hook shot.
Sigurado yan.
10-8. But the Warriors have not been able to make use of the foul trouble of the Pirates.
Yun ang nakakapagtaka at may foul muna tayong makukuha laban dito kay Jasper Javier, it seems. Or is it Regidor? Yes. Now going back to what you've said, no? How do they capitalize on the fact na team foul trouble na itong Pasig? Just by going through the motion first before attacking the hoop. Ang nangyayari sa kanila, tama sinabi ni paring Alex, na ang gusto nila, transition kagad. Pero kung nakaset yung depensa, ikot muna ng bola. Hanapin na muna natin kung sinong libre. Pero naman, pakiramdam kasi ng ibang malalaro ng Surigoq, maaari rin silang pumukul mula sa labas dahil pumasok naman yung tira ni Ramon Regidor. So they feel good about their outside shot. But then again, if you're going up against Pasig na malalaki, go for the higher percentage shot. May pagkakataon makamit pa ng isang foul ang Pasig.
That's true. Penalty na ang Pirates kanina pa, and Joel Banal laboring under that burden. Pumasok si Pat Codiniera para sa Surigoq Warriors. Used to be a big guard. Now he's playing the front line. Still a bit overweight. Bumalik na rin si Richie Melencio. Regidor pulls the trigger on another tray. Melencio has it swatted out. Meanwhile, Bobby Yan has a report on the Pirates. Bobby?
Yes, Bill and Danny, alam mo, ang bagal ng simula ng Pasig dahil na, like Danny mentioned, nasa isipan nila yung transition game nitong Warriors. At dahil doon, ayaw nilang tumulong sa offensive board at ayaw nilang ma-fast breaker nitong Surigoq. And on another note, si Gilbert Castillo ay lumabas dahil yung left foot niya may nararamdaman siya sa Achilles heel niya. So, pinapakaramdaman niya. Bill and Danny, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Bobby. And Apollo Lim releasing on the way down. And so the shot was short, and Regidor forced to give up a foul in transition.
Number 2 against Tec Regidor. And that's going to be the 4th team foul, Bill, of the Surigoq Warriors. And the Pirates now, ngayon na namamawi sila, pakiramdam ko rin, mahanap nila yung kanilang laro. But they have to look at the threats. No? At ang threat lang nila, si Adriano at saka si Benedicto. What a pass issued by De Guzman underneath.
At nabigla doon si Richie Melencio, gave up his second foul. At kapwa penalty na, dalawang kukunan. And we are tied at 10. So, a blown opportunity by Surigoq.
Yes. Alam mo, sa basketball, it's not something negative ito sasabihin ko, pero gamitan yan
Oo.
Ginagamit mo yung kakampi to be able to score the point. At katulad nga yun, pagka kaya mong maisahan na yung kalaban mo kasi hindi naman nakating sa bola, pasa mo na kagad. Sigurado yan, 2 points.
Adriano unable to cash in on his charity so far. Gets the second. So lamang na ang Pasig Rizal. Again, a lot of times this is where the Warriors have trouble. They storm ahead, then falter. Apollo Lim.
Score the 2.
This guy can score whenever he wants
Yes.
to.
Pero what concerns me now for the Warriors is that itong Pasig nakabalik sa ating laro. In fact, lumamang sila by 1 point just before the shot of Apollo Lim. Alam mo kung paano, Bill? Through free throws. Eh, itong Surigoq hindi pa napapapunta sa free throw line nung nagmula pa ng nag-penalty na itong Pasig.
Pasig has not committed a foul in the last 4 minutes or so when they first got into the penalty. Meanwhile, we have the third foul on Richie Melencio and Francis Adriano again at the free throw line. Adriano already has 9 points. And the Pirates get the ball back. Mga mental laps lang naman sa Surigoq.
Mga maliliit na bagay. Pero ito, tatakbo na naman ng Surigoq.
And Melencio was looking behind him instead of looking ahead. Cordillera. Paulo Lim bumped by De Guzman, and that will send Lim to the free throw line. Not something you want to do. De Guzman's first.
Alam mo, parang nagiging para sa akin, the more physical you play against your opponent, depende nun sa'yo kasi susunod na yung mental approach mo sa game. If your mental approach towards the game will be affected by the physical brand of play of your opponent, eh mag-iiba talaga yung laro mo. It's just gonna sag down. And it looks like itong Pasig, they wanna play physical. At I think nabubuhay sila pagka physical yung laro.
Parang yung mga boksingero ko minsan, pag malamya yung laban, sinasampal ng frame para magising.
Saka kung napakitahan na ng kalaban na mas agresibo sila, eh parang nag-iiba, no? Parang lumalabas yung those little insecurities na parang tumitiklop ba?
Nasisindak. 13-11.
Oo.
Surigoq hanging on to a slim lead. The Pirates threw the ball away. We have another timeout. The score, Surigoq 13, Pasig is
Old mentors, no? Sinusulat on the floor. Yung sinasabi natin yung
Naka-chalk.
on the floor. But as times progress, eh, nag-iiba na. Meron kang board na ginagamit, yung magnetic board na ating tatawagin.
That was way beyond the three-point line. Apollo Lim asking for a foul, but I don't think that was too good a shot.
Yes, ang kailangan mo kasi gawin nitong si Apollo Lim, eh, intindihin rin niya na pagka-penalty, sayang naman yung free throws. Eh, malaki naman yung katawan niya, pwede siya makipagbanggaan. Eh, binibigyan mo lang ng pagkakano itong Pasig Rizal Pirates na makatabla sa ating laro. Personal fouls.
Now replaced by Jareño. John Dumont checks in for the Pirates. 6-point lead still for Surigoq. Banya's having trouble with the free throws. Dumont slaps it out.
You know, 4 out of the 5 team fouls of Surigoq ay nanggaling kay Edwin Pimentel. And that's the reason why nasa penalty na ang koponan ng Surigoq. At itong Pasig will go on their full court press.
Now Pasig suddenly turning on the heat, trying to test the maturity of the Warriors.
Alam mo, maaaring unti-unti na maubos itong guard rotation ni Coach Jimmy Mariano. Offensive foul ang lalaban ay tatawag kay Tech Regidor, number 3 against Regidor. So, there might be some problems for Coach Jimmy Mariano because they need those guards to run their transition.
Meanwhile, let's check in with Bobby Yan. Bobby?
Alam mo, Bill and Danny, napapag-usapan nyo yung tungkol dito kay Warren Ibanez, yung motivation ni Benedicto at ni De Guzman. Itong si Dorian Peña, roommate pala ni Warren Ibanez. Sabi ni Dorian, pag hindi siya gumawa ng 20 puntos o hanggat di siya masaya, eh hindi siya papabalikin sa hotel. Ito pang si John Dumont, nakausap ko tungkol sa pagka hindi in sync ng mga Pirates. Sabi nga niya, right now, it's just a matter of time bago mag-in sync itong mga Pirates. Ika nga, they're getting more touches. Let's see what happens this game. Bill?
Meanwhile, Dumont was swatted on the fast break. I thought he was going to slam it. Melencio sliding inside, blocked by Cese. De Guzman. All the way to the hole. Yan ang gusto ng Pasig, the defense producing results at the other end.
Yes, at you can only do that pag tinatakbo rin ng Pasig yung kanilang laro. Nangyayari, they're pulling back. And of course, it's a different 5 on the floor for Pasig right now. They're missing Benedicto and Adriano is on the bench so far for the Pirates. But now that they're controlling the defensive boards, bumibilis yung tema ng laro ng Pasig. But can they deliver? Can they finish it? No? And laban dito sa Warriors.
Well, Ibanez wants to do just that. Missing, however. Warriors pushing it up. Areño unable to seal the basket. Ibanez, strong move. Ibanez now has 5 points. And he has all the free throws of Pasig in this quarter. Surigoq has not yet been to the line. Regidor. Boy, Surigoq is just chucking up bricks. Malabanan blocked by Mejia. I don't know if the game opening up is too good a sign, Danny.
Parang nagiging ping-pong ating laban at itong settling down ang kailangan gawin ng Warriors if they cannot run the break. Don't force the issue.
Oh.
Naisipin nila kung bakit sila lumalamang, and that is ball movement.
Melencio jacks up a triple and knocks it in. All of a sudden, they jump ahead by 5. 5 minutes and 22 on the clock. Now, si Malay Malabanan nakikialam na rin sa scoring.
Nagkakasagutan lang tayo ng baskets dito ang Pasig. Just hanging on to the tails of the Surigoq Warriors.
And both coaches are on their feet because they know the players are starting to lose control of the game.
They're losing their grip, so to speak, kasi parang nag-iiba nga yung laro na gugustuhin ng dalawang coaches.
Manny Victorino ill-advised long bomb saved by Mejia. Umiinit na si Melencio.
Alam mo, nakikita mo sa isang malalaro kung umiinit. Ano? After one basket, that big basket, 3-point shot by Melencio, iba yung kanyang rhythm.
De Guzman having his problems against the bigger guards of Surigoq. Dumont, casual jumper. Mukhang lahat gustong gumawa, Danny.
Sigurado yan.
By the way, at halftime, we will have the new Warriors. Coach Jimmy Mariano, Richie Melencio, and Tech Regidor. And, of course, Danny Francisco's Adidas halftime highlights and all our other halftime stuff. Second foul on Ibanez. Here's a dikit na dikit shot block brought to you by Volcasil. Warriors call a timeout. They're protecting a 3-point lead.
Philippine Rabbit, the official NBA 2000 carrier.
Traveling in style, comfort, and safety. That's every Filipino's wish. Now, discover what millions of passengers have experienced. The Philippine Rabbit Experience. Clean buses, courteous personnel, and safety beyond any other carrier. The Philippine Rabbit Experience.
Looking for an all-purpose cab? Get a multi-cab. It's practical, convenient, and affordable. Manufactured to perfection using a high-tech oven painting process. Matched with a technical service, which is just around the corner, and full spare parts availability. Your multi-cab, pang pamilya, pang trabaho, pang negosyo. Only multi-cab is a multi-cab. A product of the Northeast Group of Companies. Ito ang totoo.
Kailangan ituloy niyo yung cut. Ituloy niyo yung cut. Kaya sila yung inbounder.
Thank you also to our friends at Norquist Group of Companies. At doon sa timeout, sinasabi ni Coach Jimmy Mariano, aalagaan natin dapat ang bola. Makukuha natin yung bola sa pagod natin, tapos itatapon lang natin.
Kaya nga sinasabi niya, no, every time we want to run or play, if you have to go for the cut, kailangan ituloy mo, wag mo pipigilin because mag-hesitate yung eventual passer, no, sa'yo. At para sa akin, yung ginagawa lang ni Coach Jimmy Mariano, talagang pinapakiramdaman niya yung laro ng kanyang players. No? Once makita niya the right combination will click, iigay na itong laro natin. Pero right now, nakakasagutan lang tayo ng mga baskets, Bill.
Surigoq 5 out of 14. Pasig Rizal 5 out of 10. Areño from the outside. At ngayon naman, naghuhukay talaga sa kanyang bangko si Coach Joel Banal. Pinasok niya si Ramil Cruz. He really needs more bodies.
Yes. Not only bodies, kung hindi nagpo-produce yung mga tanging player na inaasahan niyang umiscore, kailangan talaga niya magpalit at magpalit para lang mahanap niya kung sinong maaaring mag-produce ng points.
Yes. Victorino overplaying Dumont, knocking it out. 5 seconds on the clock for Pasig Rizal. They're down by 5. Malabanan. Melencio pushing it up. He has Jareño with him ahead of the pack. Yes! At yan yung sinasabi natin, Danny, yung running game ng Surigao.
Nagkaamuyan na itong si Melencio at saka si Jareño at easy basket on the other end.
Ibanez. Dumont. Deflected. Saved by Cruz to the wrong man. Melencio has Jareño again down the middle. Swatted by Dumont.
Great effort being provided for by John Dumont.
But prior to that, here's a fast break brought to you by FedEx. We live to deliver. Now we will definitely see that swat again.
Ang layo ng narating ng bola doon sa supalpal ni John Dumont.
He just erupted off the floor. 34-27. Jareño working a pick and roll. Victorino found himself open. Mejia tipped it in, didn't go. And the referees say it will go over to Pasig Rizal, and the whole bench of Surigao is up in arms. Watch this. Volcasil, dikit na dikit shot block. John Dumont just chasing that out of here. Yeah, but timeout by Pasig Rizal.
Buhay Linggo.
Up by Joel Banal. And you can see him trying to take some of the emotion out. Dahil kanina nga, takbuhan ng takbuhan sila, wala nangyayari.
You know, para sa akin, there's a very fine line between losing yourself in this game and, you know, picking yourself up. Dahil nga, I don't think this is what the Pirates are expecting in terms of their performance in this game.
Now baseline to baseline defense being employed by Surigao. Regidor knocking it out. 17 seconds on the shot clock. The lead of Surigao stands at 34-27. Pasig Rizal down with 2:36 to go in the second period.
And some turnovers will hurt for the Pasig Rizal Pirates. Slowly, umaakyat or lumalaki itong momentum na hawak-hawak ng Warriors.
Yes. Regidor. Mejia. Binibilang niya, hindi pa pumapasok. Not too many second shots for Surigao in this period.
And we were talking about sagutan lamang ng mga tira.
Malabanan wants to get a shot off. Up and under against Jareño. Warriors trying to settle things down a bit. There's a pick by Mejia. Jareño overshoots. Baka naubos na yung mga bala nila sa labas.
Well, with 1 minute and 41 left here in the second quarter, Bill, only 2 team fouls for the Pasig Rizal Pirates, and yet they're down. So defense probably still lacking on the part of the Pasig Rizal Pirates.
They haven't really been able to force too many turnovers. By the way, the games tomorrow, Manila at Cagayan de Oro, Iloilo at San Juan. Melencio starting to feel hot. He's got 10 points, including 2 triples. 37-29. 1 minute plus. De Guzman just replaced Ibanez. Found an opening. Regidor. Victorino asking for the ball. Doesn't know what to do with it. Whips it underneath. Regidor, reverse layup is good. Parang nagkapalit sila ng papel.
Oo, pero yung kumpiyansa nitong Surigao Warriors. No? If they finish off the first half with the lead, getting into the second half, talagang maging relax na at kalmado itong Surigao. Ibig sabihin, kayang-kaya nila itong Pasig. Pero itong si Malay Malabanan hindi pa rin pumipigil sa kanyang pagsushoot.
3 baskets in this quarter. Surigao has 5 steals in this period. Victorino has 3 of them. Pasig has 2 overall. Clock winding down for the first half. Areño licensed to shoot. Nothing but net. So Guzman tries to beat the clock, almost does, but Surigao now has matched or made their biggest lead of the game, 42-33, and the Pasig Rizal Pirates head back to the drawing board. They have to kick it up a step. We'll be back with all our halftime stuff. This is the NBA.
Big game, pero right now it's still wanting for the Pasig Rizal Pirates. Some additional numbers that I'd like to point out. Fast breaks, 11 against 6 in favor of Surigao.
Well, that was expected. Melencio had a great second quarter. Manny Victorino beat the clock. Apollo Lim, there was no need to rush.
Yes.
They had a fresh shot clock. Yun ang mga maliliit na bagay naman na kailangan pang ayusin ni Jimmy Mariano. And old habits are hard to break. The Pirates isolating Jonathan de Guzman. That works.
Well, maaari rin yung isolation play para sa Pasig Rizal Pirates ay nakatutok sa mga point guards nila dahil naman point guards ng Surigao Warriors ay nasa foul trouble na.
Well, yes, Regidor has 3, Pimentel has 4. Second chance for the Warriors. Apollo Lim drags it out. Good movement now by Surigao, more fluid. Melencio. Bounced off somebody's foot. I guess it was Victorino's.
Yung sinasabi mong ball movement, Bill, that has translated into 11 assists in the first half of the Surigao Warriors.
Which is a healthy number.
Yes.
John Dumont bringing the ball up. Here's Pat Benedicto, whom we didn't see for a long spell in the second period. Guzman has it knocked away from behind. Shot clock down to 3 seconds. Traveling.
The defense of the Surigao Warriors holding against Pasig, and again, the cuts coming from the other players of the Pasig Rizal Pirates are not rewarded by passes. No?
Yun. Hindi pa nakikita.
Saka hindi nila kasi sinusubukan eh. No? You just have to issue 1 or 2 on a cutting teammate eh makikita mo na kung magiging successful o hindi.
Nagkakahawa niya. Parang sinasabi ni Larry Bird. You make all the players around you better by passing the ball. Legal defense called on the Warriors. And Richie Melencio is at the line. Yan yung nawawala nung first half, Danny, yung mga free throws. Maraming mintis. Melencio looking downstairs. Regidor. Good first move. Kicks it out. Victorino.
Alam mo, ang ganda ng spacing nitong Warriors. Natutuwa ako eh. Kasi pagka may sumasaksak towards the basket, yung ginagawa ng mga malalaki, they slide out, no? Kasi unang-una, iiwan nila yung defensive man doon sa kanilang kakampi na sumasaksak. So ginagawa, they try to ease out, open the lane, mapapasahan rin sila.
Yun ang maganda. At ngayon, 10 na ang lamang ng Surigao. De Guzman hangs in the air. But you can see gang rebounding by Surigao. Melencio looking downstairs. Apollo Lim. Hindi nag-roll si Mejia. Clock down to 3 seconds. Victorino, long three-pointer. Not the kind of shot you want. Dumont decides to pull it out. Otto.
Walang inside game itong Pasig, if you notice, no? Except this one.
Good alley-oop.
Joe Vicese.
Alam mo, lahat ng sentro yata may pantasyang mag-point guard.
Pero wala nga talagang established inside game ito ng Pasig Rizal Pirates. Probably with the arrival of Dorian Peña, who will be playing on April 2, that will establish their clear inside game. But right now, hirap sila.
And remember, Gilbert Castillo has not seen action since midway in the first quarter. Feeling something in his left foot. Melencio just swallowed up by the defense of Pasig Rizal. 2 seconds on the shot clock. 45-37 is the score. Lamang pa rin ang Surigao. Dangerous baseline inbound for the Warriors. Lim, quick release. It's the iron, but no rebounders for Surigao. Pasig Rizal deciding against running it up. De Guzman gusto pumoste at hinawakan siya ni Regidor. 4 fouls now on Regidor.
Well, the biggest thorn right now on the part of Coach Joel Banal's charges is the established play of the backcourt for the Surigao Warriors. Kaya talagang sinusubukan nila ma-challenge naman kasi yung backcourt ng Surigao nagpakita na eh. Na clear cut na yung gagawin nila sa larong ito eh. Itong Pasig hinahanap pa nila kung backcourt nila magkiklik. Tapos yung front line pa nila eh, tingnan nila kung mga malalaki nila makakascore at will, pero hindi pa natin nakikita yun.
Yes. Good observation there. De Guzman overshooting the layup. Look at the bodies everywhere. And Dumont has been working very hard off the boards. Alvin Chareño meanwhile replaces Regidor. Remember that Chareño did play the point earlier in his career. I believe he started with the Metro Stars. Long bomb from Melencio. That's an air ball. Turns out to be a pass, but Lim cannot consummate. Benedicto from long range. May tulak sa ilalim at mukhang nabatukan si Joe Vicese.
And it looks like somebody's gonna get thrown out of the game.
Uh-oh.
Punching foul. Itatawag laban kay Willie. So he's gonna be ejected from the game, and he just gets a stern look from his coach, Jimmy Mariano.
You know, in the second season of the NBA, they instituted a rule. Any attempt to strike another player, whether you hit him or not.
Well, maganda natin tingnan kung may replay. Ano, at makikita natin if there was indeed a punching foul.
Mejia is escorted to the dugout, and he takes the scenic route as Joe Vicese will take his charities. Cese missing. Pag ganon, Danny, 2 free throws plus ball possession, hindi ba? There's the shot by Benedicto.
Ano kaya hindi natin maabutan ito? Yes. Hindi natin nakita, but from another angle, probably they're gonna review the tape and see what fine to assess Willie Mejia.
Could be a big blow to Surigao. Mejia scoring well from the outside. He's replaced by Ferdinand Rodriguez. De Guzman, cross court. Benedicto, no. Not this time. Surigao still trying to crank up the pace. 45-39, 6 minutes and 53 seconds, third quarter. Bill Velasco here with Danny Francisco, Alex Santos, and Bobby Yan coming to you from the Urios College Gym in Butuan City. We have a timeout. I think the Warriors are getting a little worried. Their lead has been whittled down. Up next, the Soxergen Marlins try to gain a modest winning streak against the Batangas Blades. That'll be at the Centrum de la Salle. And tomorrow, the Manila Metro Stars, the defending NBA national champions, meet the Cagayan de Oro Amigos at the Mindanao Polytechnic State College's gym. And Iloilo visits the San Juan gym for the first time. A lot of physical play in the low post. Benedicto tries a triple. Hits the iron and goes out. May tulakan. At si Rodriguez ang pinituhan. And let's take another look at what caused the ejection of Willie Mejia. There he is.
Kitang-kita ng ating referee yan. Ginamit pa niya yung kanang kamay niya. Sa rebound play, tinitingnan ng referee, hindi yung talbog ng bola, kung yung positioning ng mga manlalaro. And that's the reason why Mejia is out. But right now, I'm wondering kung anong nasa kaisipan ni Coach Joel Banal. No? The shots are not falling. Iniisip niya, kailan kaya malalaglag yung mga tira ng aking mga shooter?
Yes. At the same time, he's wondering if they should decide to run or not. Benedicto carving an opening, threw up an air ball. And the Warriors will push it up at every chance. Jareño. The crowd starting to get real rowdy here. De Guzman whips it ahead to Cese. Maliit yung bantay. Pinagsamantalahan. Apat na lang ang lamang ng Surigao.
Naiiwan pa sa likod itong si Aldrich Jareño. Now, this is a true test for the Warriors. How can they maintain the pressure being applied by the Pasig Rizal Pirates? Pasig hindi masyadong agresibo yung kanilang pag-rally pero unti-unti na sila nakakabalik sa larong ito.
Pirates showing maturity here. Lim just muscling his way past Benedicto.
Yun ang ginagawa kasi ng Pasig sa kanila. Pinoposte sila, binabangga sila. So why not give them a dose of their own medicine? No? At tingnan natin if they will rise up to the challenge of defending against the physical low post play.
A push by Apollo Lim knocks Benedicto out of bounds. Here's a fast break brought to you by FedEx. We live to deliver. De Guzman spotting somebody under the basket. It's Jovi Cese all by his lonesome. Nakita ni Aldrich Jareño. Naku! De Guzman. Physical intensity by the Pirates. De Guzman with 12 points.
Aba, itong Pasig rin, wala pang team foul. So, ibig sabihin nila, kumihigpit na, nagiging aktibo ang mga paa ng Pasig.
Samantala, penalty na itong Surigao. Hand check will be called against De Guzman.
Well, that's going to be the second personal foul of De Guzman in the first team foul of the Pasig Rizal Pirates. Some changes now being made. Si Pimentel papasok. At si Jareño muna ilalabas para sa Warriors. And see the importance of a quicker point guard for the Warriors. No? Na-establish na yung laro nila. Pero sa pagpasok ni Jareño, parang nag-settle down ng Warriors. Bumalik naman ang Pirates.
Yes. Now the Warriors with a more comfortable up-tempo game in mind. Rodriguez scraps with the rebound. Pimentel. Napakalakas. Field goal shooting in this quarter. Surigao 2 out of 11. Pasig 5 out of 11. Guzman found Benedicto open. Good fake. Stroke was a bit long.
Wala pa rin. At buti na lang ito si John Dumont. Doble ang kanyang trabaho sa pagkukuha ng mga offensive rebounds for his team.
Hindi pa nakakahalata. De Guzman na libre. Good screen by Cese. And that's big because it now puts Pasig Rizal within 1 point and the crowd getting very anxious. Makikibalita naman tayo ngayon kay Alex Santos. Alex?
Bill, so far, they're not bothered about the ejection of Willie Mejia. Coach Jimmy Mariano didn't even mention the name of Mejia, kaya concentrated pa rin sila dito sa kanilang game plan. But what concerns Coach Jimmy is the fact that yung flow ng offense nila mukhang hindi nakakatugma sa kanila pinag-uusapan. Naguguluhan lang sila sa itong mga players dahil when you're leading, execute half-court offense and not to hurry up. But what coach wants, kailangan nilang bilisan ang pasahan para di makaset ng depensa kalaban. They're just confused the term bilisan. Kaya nakaguluhan sila doon. Bill, Danny, back to you.
Okay. Okay. So they will hire an interpreter. 11-2 run for Pasig Rizal. They isolate De Guzman against the foul-troubled Pimentel. Pimentel saddled with 4 personals. Otto sneaks in a reverse and a foul. Let's go quickly to Babian.
Alam mo, Bill, yung laro ng Pasig sa third quarter ay nagising sila sa nakita nila nung first half. At nakita natin, they're playing with a sense of urgency. They're forcing Surigoq to turnovers. Pero like Danny said, hindi lang sila nakaka-convert. So they're waiting for that to happen. And just like Coach Banal said in the last time out, we know what to do. We just have to do it. Referring to the three-point shots of Melencio, which they're challenging right now, and the offensive rebounding. Now they're boxing out, Bill.
All right. Don't look now. The Pirates are up by 2 thanks to Mike Otto's heroics.
And Pasig has outscored the Warriors 15 against 5 in this quarter. 5 points per quarter. Yon ang sinasabi ni Coach Jimmy Mariano. Huwag tayo magmamadali kasi meron naman tayong offense na pwede natin gawin.
Well, the defense of Pasig now clamping down, and they have not been giving up fouls. That's what's important.
Yes. And you know, the other thing is that ngayon, ang ginawa ni Coach Joel Penal, he put si Coach Jimmy Mariano on the defensive. Alam mo bakit, Bill? Kasi nagdo-double team na sila sa poste, and this will force other Pirates out of their position, and a 23-second violation will be called against the Warriors. Their inability to score the points is what is hounding the Warriors here in the third.
And precisely 2 points in the last 6.5 minutes.
Bring in John Dumont at saka si Jovi Sese. So he's keeping the Warriors guessing, no, on what kind of lineup he will be using, whether it's going to be a tall lineup, a short lineup, a quicker lineup at that.
Garcia blocked by Adriano, gets the ball back inside to Rodriguez. But Castillo stepped outside. Pumasok muli si Richie Melencio para sa Surigao. Let's take a second look at the Volcasil dikit na dikit shot block. Melencio, good screen by Garcia. It's long. There's a push by Rodriguez with all the finesse of a bull.
Number 2 against Rodriguez, and this will send the ball back to the side of the Pasig Rizal Pirates.
Talagang nangalabaw si Rodriguez.
Remember the top of her coverage dun sa ating graphics, Bill, pinag-uusapan natin yung the Pirates ship, no? At we're saying who's gonna man the ship, and so far there are 2 guys manning the ship for the Pirates. It's De Guzman and Benedicto.
Castillo trooping to the line for a 1-and-1. Dahil na sinabi namin ang Surigao, nasa penalty na ang Pasig Rizal. Isang foul na kailangan. Pero kalahating minuto na lang ang nalalabi sa ating ikatlong apat o third quarter.
Well, the low-scoring ball game is beginning to favor the Pasig Rizal Pirates. They are holding down, clamping down on the offense of the Surigao Warriors. They now lead by 6.
Again, Warriors looking for the spacing and the openings that gave them a healthy lead. Melencio sidestepping. Sese, triple team. Adriano gathering steam, defended by Garcia. Victorino pitches it to nobody. Still had enough time to put up a shot, actually. So 3 quarters have gone by, and now the shoe is on the other foot.
Well, look at those numbers, and it will show you Pirates pouncing on the opportunity when they held the Warriors to only 9 points in the third quarter. Yung third quarter kasi sinabi nga natin, magandang kanilang umpisa. But once Pasig was beginning to show that they could rally, parang nagkalat itong Warriors. Kanya-kanya, hinahanap na nila yung kanilang mga tira. Hindi lang yon. They had problems with spacing. And, you know, this is a very young team for Coach Jimmy Mariano, and the maturity level is beginning to, you know, show a little bit in terms of yung kanilang passing. No? If you notice, they pass the ball around well now. They move without the ball well now. Pero right now, importante rin sa kanila is that they've got to deliver the goods or score the points.
Manny Victorino, drop step turnaround does not go. Earlier, Leody Garcia forced a turnover on Francis Adriano. 18 seconds on the shot clock.
Alam mo, parang tila nitong Pasig Rizal Pirates, umaabang lang ng pagkakataon. It seems that they have paced themselves very well, considering that they only have a 10-man lineup on the bench who are active.
Adriano, tough shot. It rolls in. Alam mo, wala ka nang hihingin doon sa depensa ni Garcia, pero na-shoot pa rin ni Adriano.
Surigao only 17% during the third quarter, 4 out of 23. And what hurt them the most is that yung kanilang 3-point shooting mula sa labas, hindi na pumapasok. Hindi katulad ng first half wherein they average 25%. Dito sa third quarter, 0 out of 7. And they got hurt by turnovers, 6 turnovers for Surigao.
Adriano really having his problems against Garcia. Pero kita mo, nakaluhod na, nakakashoot pa ang Pasig Rizal. Warren Ibanez, by the way, back on the floor.
Sayang naman yung pasa na yun. It was just malamya yung pasa ng lob ni Garcia. And it's very difficult to go for a lob pass. Nasa ilalim ka ng ring. He could have gone for the bounce pass.
Warriors looking for the flow. Gave them a double-digit spread. Valencia for 3. So the Warriors, a test of their mettle here, trying to fight tooth and nail with the Pirates. Missed by Adriano. Garcia on the open floor. Hands it off to Melencio. Alam nila mainit si Melencio eh.
That's why they're feeding off Richie Melencio. But isipin mo rin yung presence of mind ni Garcia na isipin na nandun si Melencio sa kanyang kaliwa, no? Iniwasan niya si John Dumont. Alam niya, manunupalpal na naman ito.
15 points for Melencio. Ibanez escapes Pimentel with a foul. Tingnan natin kung sino ang pinikuhan. It's on Melencio. Came over to help just a split second too late. Number 4 on Melencio. 9 minutes, 37 seconds to go. And all of a sudden, it has become a frantic fourth quarter. Danny, nung first half, lahat nangangapa eh. Warren Ibanez has been a big headache for Edwin Pimentel. He has taken Pimentel out of the game in more ways than one. 8 points for Ibanez. Stealing the ball from Pimentel. Just took it away from him. Against the bigger Garcia now. Somebody's got to have a mismatch somewhere. Ibanez jumper off the iron. Melencio waiting for the rest of the team to catch up. Victorino deciding to take the shot himself. Bad shot.
Bad decision on the part of Manny to take that shot dahil we're down by 7 points right now. You just want to score 2 at a time.
Bagay, mahaba pa naman ang oras. Underneath, the Pirates are trapped 3 seconds on the shot clock. Here's a fast break brought to you by FedEx. We live to deliver. Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina, mainit si Melencio. Bigay nyo sa kanya ang bola. 7 ang lamang ng Pasig Rizal. Tight passing underneath. Melencio, naiwan ang bola. The little things.
That was supposed to be a lead pass field. He never passed to a teammate likod.
Ibanez just shredding Pimentel.
Well, 10 points now for Ibanez, I believe. But talk about the confidence of this guy. After a 25-point performance, kala natin hindi nyo may papakita dito. But it's beginning to show, especially in the payoff period.
Melencio too long, and some of the Warriors are tired, Danny. Hindi na maka-rebound.
Well, probably this is where the rotation for Coach Jimmy Mariano will come into play. Pero he has to gamble na. In 7 minutes and 45 na lang nalalabi.
The defense gobbling up Ibanez. 3-on-1 situation. Pimentel goes to Melencio. Lead is still 7 for Pasig Rizal. Ibanez again isolated against Pimentel. That stutter step of Ibanez really leaves you backpedaling.
That's true. And he has taken over here in the payoff period.
Practically every quarter, Pasig Rizal has had somebody play big. Rodriguez, they scrap for the rebound. And Ibanez pushing it up. Naiwan si Benedicto, libre, kapos. Somebody's at the other end of the floor. And looking hurt. It's Melencio. Let's try to find out what's wrong. Apollo Lim. Double team, squeezed it off still. Ito, mukhang pahirap na ng pahirap ang trabaho ng Surigao.
Oo, wala talagang palyado ng kanilang opensa. Dumipensa na lang sila ng mga...
Play is brought to you by Milo, the official energy drink.
Torino asking for the ball. Doesn't know what to do with it. Whips it underneath. Regidor, reverse layup is good. Nagkapalit sila ng papel. Tough shot there by Tech Regidor. Of course, he went out of the game with cramps in both legs. We'll be back for more.
Kabagat! Forward number 19, Norman Gonzalez. Forward number 31, Peter Naron. Guard number 9, Ramil Furman. And guard number 11, Richie Texon. Your amigos are coached by Arlindo Rodriguez.
The referees for today's first game, Jong Nicolas, Len Macalalad, and Rico Tan wearing uniforms number 5, 8, and 24.
And you will notice right away that Pasig Rizal will probably use John Dumont as the point guard in this alignment. And that will force Cagayan de Oro to make some tough choices in the matchup.
Dahil nung huling laro ng Pasig, sinubukan na nila yan. Ferma doing quite well for the Amigos. Texon up faking a three-pointer, drops it inside to Habagat, overshoots, gets it back, overshoots again.
Well, Habagat still a bit tight here in the early going, but that was a blown 2 points for Cagayan de Oro.
As always, a very noisy crowd here in the city of Golden Friendship. Dumont almost stumbling. Cut by Cesar, or Otto rather, produces nothing. Steal by Benedicto. Castillo spins off Habagat, pauses. Too high off the glass, but there's a foul.
There will be a loose ball foul on Otto, I believe. He pushed off against Richie Texon, who stands about a foot. Give or take a couple of inches.
Baka hindi niya nakita. The Amigos moving the ball around. A good block there by Otto. Habagat gets it back. Step back jumper from Gonzalez. Wide. Amigos are getting their shots, but not sinking them. Dumont, trouble with the handle. Castillo. Traveling. Parang ang gulo, Butch.
Totoo yan. And I think the teams have to settle down. Cagayan de Oro seems to have no problem with the defense.
This dikit na dikit shot block is brought to you by Volcasil, and the ball seems to be getting to the right spot. They're just not finishing. Gonzalez, that weak side cut has been a strong point of Cagayan de Oro.
But not that time. And what you will notice here in the early going is that Pasig Rizal is doing a good job keeping the ball away from Peter Naron.
Oh, yes.
Halos hindi pa makahawak ng bola si Peter sa opensa ng Cagayan de Oro. And On the other hand, you can see that Dumont having some problems with the pressure being applied by Ferma.
Benedicto, not really known as a low-post player. He traveled. Parang ang dulas nung panig nila ng court.
Actually, parang may wax yung sahig looking at it from our angle.
That's true. At least it's on both sides.
Oo. Oo naman.
Almost a minute and a half gone by. Neither team has scored. Alam mo, napansin ko sa mga nanonood dito sa Cagayan de Oro, they didn't really feel too bad about that loss because Cagayan de Oro proved it could stay with one of the strongest teams in the NBA.
Yes, Bill, but I really believe that at some point, you'll have to get real victories instead of moral ones.
That's true. They will only tide you over for so long.
Yes.
Habagat missing a jumper. Castillo. Otto. He traveled.
And the referees, you know, I was talking to referee or supervisor June Cordero before this ball game. I told him, actually, I like the way the referees are calling the games this year.
Oh, yes.
The calls make a lot of sense when it comes to the advantage, disadvantage. But the traveling has really been strict on that.
It's been horrible. Not on. Open look.
That was the first time they got the ball to Peter Naron, and Naron had to station himself far above the key to get that pass.
Benedicto can't get the baseline, forces it. The Pirates steal the ball back. Reach-in foul on Tixon.
Also, something you can see early on, Pasig is not running.
Oh.
That's the reason why perhaps Dumont was put in as the point guard, because they want to play deliberately. They want to use their size advantage over Cagayan de Oro.
Kaya nilang pukpukin sa loob. Take a look here. Dumont with the size advantage on Ferma. Another traveling call. Apat na yun. Pero tama naman yung tawag.
Totoo eh. As long as you lift your pivot foot before you dribble, that is a no-no.
Amigos making a pass to the middle before moving the ball around.
That was Norman Gonzalez caught for 3 seconds.
So each team a little tentative, yes, and a bit tight here.
But right now, 2-0 pa rin. Halos 3 minuto nang nakakaraan. And yung takbo ng laro, it's a Pasig result kind of game.
Except for the score.
Yes. Oh, the score will take care of itself.
Oh, yes. Another traveling call. 5. Are we going for the record? And Joel Banal motioning to his players. Dribble the ball first.
Because they're strict, really. Maybe you can ask how many attempts Pasig has had already in this ballgame.
Check on that. Ferma. Strong drive deflected. Gonzalez went up without the ball. Reach in on Adriano. Referee Macalala, who is actually behind the play, made the call. 2 fouls on the Pirates. Amigos have 1. Norman Gonzalez, we like to say pound for pound, probably the strongest player in the NBA.
I think it's really a throwback to the old days when forwards were indestructible.
Mga Jimmy Noblesada tayo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tireless.
Taong bakal.
Oh. You can see his numbers. 16 points, 11 rebounds a game. Those are all-star figures.
And he's not that big for a power forward.
Oh, yes. He's only 6'2", actually. So Pasig's only taken 2 attempts. Because they've turned the ball over 5 times already.
Oh. Benedicto fires a 3. Foul on Ferma, so that'll be 3 free throws for Benedicto.
Well, Ferma was a bit too eager on the defense here. Actually got him a split second after the shot was released, but the referee probably thought it was too close to ignore.
Good point. Well, those are the breaks. Naibuslo ni Benedicto yung unang free throw. So with 8:36 to go, the Pirates finally on the scoreboard.
Of course, this is kind of an extended homestand for Cagayan de Oro. They played last weekend against Manila. They host Pasig today, and they host San Juan on Wednesday. So we're playing the Metro Manila teams one after the other.
San Juan is actually in Butuan. They will be playing the Warriors tomorrow.
Yan naman usually kasi yung itinerary pagdating ng northern teams in sa northern Mindanao. They either play first in Butuan, then go to Cagayan de Oro, or vice versa.
Meanwhile, let's hear from Bobby Yan on the Amigos. Bobby?
Yes, Bill, talagang isa sa mga problema ng Pasig Rizal, according to Coach Banal, is yung slow starts nila. Now, for 3 games, twice against Oxargen, one against Surigoq, talagang mabagal ang simula nila. And now, their next few games, they will be up against more talented teams. Isa na nga dito yung Cagayan de Oro, and they have to work on getting out stronger sa first quarter. Now, before they would run on opportunities, now they will push the ball harder. Bill, Butch, back to you.
Well, I guess they'll have to do that because Norman Gonzalez single-handedly out-rebounded the 3 frontliners of Pasig Rizal there and got a foul. It is on Castillo. Habagat was not at the lineup.
Well, that's a mental lapse on the part of Habagat.
And some of the fans behind us are razzing him about that. Mintis si Gonzalez sa pangalawa. 3-1 Cagayan de Oro.
There is that slippery spot there. Second time that Pasig Rizal has slipped in that area.
Benedicto, long tray, too long. Push, it will be on Habagat, it seems.
You know what, I've talked to a lot of players here in the NBA, and they find the gym here in Cagayan de Oro as one of the toughest to hit long shots on.
Bakit nga ba?
I think they have a problem with the depth perception when it comes to this court. Kasi medyo very light na yung color ng rim, so halos hindi mo na mapansin pag malayo. Lalo na kung ngayon pala maglalaro dito. For Cagayan de Oro, it should not be a problem because they should be used to playing here.
Meanwhile, Patrick Benedicto backs in for 2, and you know, Butch,
remember that point you were trying to make about Manila last week, that they missed all their 3-point shots before the 4th quarter because it takes some time to get used to it.
Yes, and the rims are tilted upward just a little, so you don't get as much of the surface of the hoop. Second foul on Adriano, and that will put Pasig Rizal into 1-and-1 situation with 7:37 still to go in the first quarter. We are tied at 3. Naron against Dumont, fires in his face. Well, he makes the most of all his touches.
Well, that's true. He has 5 of the 6 points of Cagayan de Oro.
Dumont, binabraso si Ferma.
Using his size to good advantage there. So Pasig Rizal has seen the mismatch, and they are trying to go to Dumont at the low post.
They swing the ball over. Ferma wide open for a long one. Off the glass. Glass kisser for 3.
All I can say is call your shot, my friend.
Hindi niya aminin, siyempre. Sabi niya sadya yun. Adriano can't get the floater up. Takes the ball away. Castillo nakapulot. May foul.
Well, he got that rebound against Norman Gonzalez, so he deserves to go to the foul line.
It's on Habagat, his second, so quickly Oliver Bunyi will replace him. In the meantime, we have a timeout. Sono's actions always speak louder, saying, let's put that behind us.
Well, he knows he is the leader of this team, and he has accepted that role. Alam mo, nung unang taon sa NBA na si Peter, of course, he was very highly regarded coming over to the league to lead the Amigos, and it took him some time to warm up to this role, but now he's very comfortable in it.
Yes.
Parang siya yung kuya ng mga players, except si Jojo Mati.
Sama mo. Ferma lost it, but Bunyi picks it up. At may foul sa ilalim. Mukhang napituhan si Jovi Sese.
Hindi, kaya ko simburin si Jojo dahil kaibigan natin yung matagal na.
Akala ko kasi edad mo.
Hindi. Yan ang pwede ka isumbong.
So, Bunyi got bumped, but it'll be a 1-1.
Actually, looking around, siguro kakaunti na lang yung players na kaedad natin.
Speak for yourself. Nandamay ka pa. Well, Sonny Cabato retired.
Yeah. But Manny Victorino is still there. The Highlander.
There can be only one.
And he's immortal too. Dorian Peña.
Yes, now this is, you see him fidgeting on the bench. Talagang kating-kating na maglaro itong si Do.
I think he is playing next Sunday. That is the plan. And the Pirates play at home against the Gems.
And initially the prognosis was 4 weeks. Adriano tried a cross lane pass. Shot clock down to 8 seconds. Castillo.
Well, that's well within his range, and Gilbert buries the jumper. That's what you like about Pasig. This is a very disciplined unit. They hardly ever take shots they don't believe they can make.
Yes.
Of course, in the case of Adriano, he believes he can make every shot he takes.
10-7, lamang pa rin ang Cagayan de Oro. Naron.
Oh, lost it.
Natapik ni Dumont. Ngayon, patakbo na ang Pasig Rizal. Benedicto Pinuersa, nabunggo ni Bunyi.
He's holding on to his knee. Probably could have given off to an open teammate. Look at this. If we can get it wide enough.
Yes, he had somebody across the lane. He had Castillo with him.
Actually got bumped downstairs. Let's just hope this is one of those things that where or when mas masakit siya doon sa totoo.
Yes.
Kasi yun yung ano daw eh, pinagsabi na sa akin na mga athletes na if it's really painful, then chances are it's okay. Kasi it's just your body's way of telling you that there's something a little wrong with that part. Kasi kung wala ka nararamdaman, yun daw yung grabe.
So yeah, 30-second timeout by Pasig Rizal. He got bumped in the knee. Sometimes yung biglang bangga yung masakit eh. So the pace of the game was just starting to pick up. 10-7 still. The Amigos with a 3-point lead. The Amigos settling down with their outside shot, but that disappeared in the
first. Then just that, you know, it's a bruise or something similar.
Alan Garrido, he'll see action later. Mike Otto at the free throw line, taking the charities for Benedicto, who's still holding on to that left knee. Common weakness of most basketball players, the knee. Look at how big this front line of Pasig is. Castillo, Otto, and Sese. And you have Dumont bringing up the ball. Very relaxed rhythm from the free throw line for Mike Otto. And the crowd now starting to chant Alan Garrido's name.
Well, that sort of shows you that all is forgiven.
Mahal ka pa rin namin.
Oo.
Pero wag ka na uulit. 5 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. It scored 10-9. Very slow scoring pace in this quarter, Butch. What gives?
Very deliberate kasi yung pace itong dalawang team. You know, they're not really trying to run. Again, they already tried to run earlier, but they realized that Pasig has very good transition defense and quickly settled down as well to their half-court patterns.
Napalo ni John Dumont sa ulo si Ramil Ferma. So Ferma is at the stripe. De Guzman and Malabanan replace Adriano and Otto.
So all of a sudden, the Pirates become a whole lot smaller, and they have a true-point guard on the floor in Jonathan De Guzman.
De Guzman scored 17 points in their victory over Surigoq.
Ramil Ferma is still working on his scoring, and he's supposed to be a shooting guard.
Well, he's not really using much of his body. Puro braso lang ang ginagamit. De Guzman wraparound pass. Dumont, up fake, traveling. Parang automatic.
And now Joel Banal wants some clarification with referee Len Macalalad, who is a knowledge expert on traveling among the referees.
And Sonny Cabato, who is also an expert on traveling, tries to get an explanation. Pati yung coaching staff din yata ng Pirates, yun para frontline na rin nila.
That's true. Pretty tall coaching staff. Cabato is 6'5", Banal is 6'3". And Coy is not that short either.
Kaya malakas ang loob nila maghamon ng basketball ng mga coaching staff eh. Yung mga ibang team kasi point guard yung mga coach eh. Foul on Castillo, his second, and both teams have racked up quite a lot of fouls. Pasig now in full penalty. Meanwhile, Cagayan de Oro has 5 fouls. By the way, we'd like to thank Nature Spring Mineral Water, without which we would not survive the games, and Kingsmen. Pirates want to crank up the tempo. Now floater by De Guzman, short. Still a 1-point lead for Cagayan de Oro. Ball squirted through the hands of Naron.
Deja vu.
Oo. Na parang natigilan si Peter.
Oh, actually. Parang yun din yung na-sense ko eh. Parang it happened again. Or maybe their idea is to let's get it out of the way here in the
Okay
first
na,
quarter.
maaga. Cese. Susubukan si Dunyi.
Who's the definition of a banger.
Dapat yung litrato niya nasa dictionary. Banger. See figure 1. Ferman. That was a good stroke.
That was Alan Garrido.
Oh, sorry.
Who
Alan Garrido.
had come into the game for Firma. But that is really the game of Cagayan de Oro amigos. If they try to double team Naron from the outside, that is when opportunity for a three-point shot becomes available.
So they snatch back the lead. Garrido with his foul. 3 3-point shots now by Cagayan de Oro. Pasig Rizal still has to connect from that distance.
Well, what Cagayan de Oro should be ruling at this point is that they should have had a bigger lead if they could only have made their free throws.
Yun.
Well, scoring has picked up already, Bill.
Oh. 4:06 to play in the first quarter. Cese makes the first, and meanwhile, the hard-working Bobby Yan has a report on Patrick Benedicto's knee. Bobby?
Yes, so far doubtful ang kondisyon ngayon ni Patrick Benedicto. Now the doctors of the Pirates cannot see the extent of the injury dahil medyo masakit pa to because they have to press some certain areas of the knee. Ngayon pag nawala yung sakit, they will see ano yung extent ng injury. But according to Patrick, he will try to play later. Bill?
Well, knowing Pat Benedicto, he's going to do whatever he can to get back into this game. We are tied at 13 now. Rooney drawing out Cese. Naron. There's a switch. Naron spins in traffic. Tapped out. Shot clock down to 7.
I'm trying to check whether Benedicto could still come back because somebody else had taken his free throws for him.
Good point. And theoretically, he should be out for the game.
Yes.
Garrido against Malabanan. Fires. A little too much to ask for. Patakbo na naman ang mga pirata. Dumont sa loob. Castillo. Natapik ni Garrido.
That's two quick fouls on Alan Garrido. And Pasig seems to be holding true to their battle plan not to get left behind in the first half. Fighting Cagayan de Oro tooth and nail.
Parang nabibigla yung Cagayan de Oro pag tumatakbo ang Pasig.
Sergio Martin will now come in for Norman Gonzalez.
And Warren Ibanez will check it.
For John Dumont, so small backcourt now for Pasig. Actually, a small lineup.
Approaching the final minute, Garrido dish off. Buni wasn't expecting. Naron takes on. Into the gut of the defense.
And Cagayan de Oro is motoring again.
They're finding the holes, probing the defense of Pasig Rizal. Dumont, kick out. Malabanan.
He knows he has the hot hand, but not that time.
Garrido, high stepping into his front court. Thinking three.
That would have been big.
Things opening up. Full throttle now. Ibanez. Everybody's hitting iron.
And you might say, well, that looks like a forced shot because he pulled up for a jumper in transition. But what happens is, with Ibanez taking that shot, he gives Pasig Rizal the chance to get the ball back after Cagayan de Oro's offense. That means may iwang oras.
Totoo. Dahil alanganin yung oras. 34 seconds to go. The foul, by the way, was on Jojo Martin. So Jovi Sese puts his spotless record on the line. There it goes. Norman Gonzalez, the strong man of the Amigos, taking a rest. Sese missing both.
Maybe 4 out of 4 is as good as it gets.
Garrido outside. Naron, big pick by Bunyi. Step back over the three-point line, missing. Banez has it tapped away by Bunyi.
Almost touched it before it went out, but that's what we were talking about. Now Pasig Rizal has one more offensive.
Good call, Butch. And they spread it out for Ibanez. There's the help.
Looks like Cagayan de Oro is ready for him.
They just ran out of time, but still, big first quarter. The Amigos lead. Ibanez against Hosol now. Steal by Hosol. Naron asking for the ball. Mismatch there. Naron. Pinaglaruan pa.
15 points for Naron. So he's off to an insane start. And who thought that the first quarter would end at 26-21 when he only had 3 points on the scoreboard after 3 minutes?
But Hosol, a handful for Ibanez, whips it over to Sese. Pinag-isipan pa kasi.
And the stonewall defense of Bugs Bunyi to be credited for that turnover. He just stood his ground, and Sese had nowhere to go.
Stonewall is a good moniker for Bunyi. He really looks like one. And that's a compliment.
Oh, yeah.
In case we are misconstrued.
I thought you said he moved like
It's like calling him a Greek god or a Greek statue. Mintis ang mga Amigo. De Guzman. He will always look to pass first.
And Ibanez really being marked by the defense now.
Malabanan. Naipit nyo na ron. Dumont swipes it. Sese, here we go again. Offensive foul.
Jojo Martin really so good at drawing that offensive foul.
At sabay-sabay lumundag yung coaching staff.
He knows how to go down.
Oh, yes. We all have our areas of expertise. Here's a fast break brought to you by FedEx. We live to deliver. Lumipad si Warren Ibanez at nalibre si Peter Naron.
Kinaliwa pa. Technical foul on the assistant coach of Pasig. Maybe it's worth another look, that defensive job pulled by Jojo Martin earlier on.
And Garrido will shoot the technical. Ang ganda talaga ng bato ni Garrido ng tira niya.
Textbook.
Oh. Your shooting arm straight, the other arm just supporting the ball.
Otto and Adriano come back in for Ibanez and Sese. Ibanez really struggling with his offense today.
He hasn't really been given that many isolation plays. Hosol. Smooth stroke.
And I really think Hosol is a player. It's just that he needs a bit more confidence. And you can see the first quarter numbers. Amigos shooting 43%. The free throws, both teams have to work on that.
De Guzman whips it over. Adriano had an eye on the basket. The Amigos want to push it out. Garrido. Nakadepensa kagad ang mga pirata. Garrido, good first step. Tough shot. 10 na ang lamang ng Cagayan de Oro. De Guzman. Nilabas kay Adriano.
And that's going to be a push on Adriano.
Yeah,
That was
for
clear.
him out.
And Joel Banal up and screaming at Francis Adriano.
Adriano seems to be the type of player that just when he starts going, gets a little too excited.
Oh, yeah.
And Joel Banal is a textbook professional coach. Yung mga bad habits sa ganyan, ayaw na ayaw niya.
They want to rid his players of that.
The Amigos with a healthy lead. You look up at the scoreboard, they're up by 10. Oh, ball by Martin. De Guzman finally deciding to shoot and scores with a foul.
Oh, he caught Garrido on the wrong foot that time, backpedaling. And he's really smart about when to attack. Yung kita mo, nahuli na si Garrido and just tried to prevent De Guzman from going to the basket.
3-man substitution now for the Amigos. You have Laigo, Manabat, and Gonzalez seeing action.
First time Naron is getting some rest in this ball game.
Well, he scored practically half the output of the Amigos. Jonathan De Guzman really bulked up for this season. Pasig has 5 turnovers in this period. Cagayan de Oro has been clean.
Foul called on Buni as Otto goes strong to the basket. It's going to be the third on Buni.
Good up fake by Mike Otto. Mike Otto is one of the few players in the NBA who's played for both conferences. Played for the Pirates, went to the Slashers, and came back to the Pirates. Rooney replaced now by Habaga, who got an extended rest on the bench.
Well, he picked up 2 quick fouls and struggled early on. But the problem right now for Cagayan de Oro is the fact that they only have 2 legit centers on the team, and both seem to be in foul trouble by now.
The big men of the Pirates started to cash in on their free throws. 6 na lang ang lamang ng CDO. Mataas yung pasa. Guzman lost the dribble in the stutter step.
And Adriano is again called for a foul.
That is number 4.
And worsening the problem for Coach Joel Banal is the fact that Benedicto is hurt. So that means Ramil Cruz, the veteran, will see action for the Pirates.
Benedicto still grimacing in pain on the bench. That's traveling on Manabat. Meanwhile, Bobby Yan has an update. Bobby?
Yes, Bill, on the Pirates, Coach Banal is really not happy na naghahabol naman ang kanyang mga Pirates. Ang advice na dito is not to get frustrated. Nakita natin ang daming turnover, Bill and Butch, mga traveling, mga offensive foul ni Adriano. Excuse me. So the Pirates are frustrated right now with the fact that they're getting too much turnovers and the fact that they cannot achieve their goal of yung fast start. Bill?
Oh, great pass by Mike Otto.
Alay Malabanan with the gimme there. And you know, it's so hard to sometimes translate your game plan into properly executed plays. Ramil Cruz in the game for the first time. Gonzalez, open look. Also tiptoed down the end line, but it will go to the Pirates.
Over this young backcourt of Kosol and Laigo, it seems that Cagayan de Oro is struggling. They don't know who to go to. Looks like they might need the services of Richie Dixon back on the court just to lend some organization and to have a go-to guy.
That is true. So when you look at their offense, who's going to shoot?
Oh, yeah.
Dumont, quick spin. Smothered there, 3 seconds.
Oh, kahapon pa sila nandun sa loob.
Nakapaglatag na nga.
Oo. Problema nga, sa tulad na ating nabanggit kanina, Bill, kapag walang go-to guy itong Cagayan de Oro, automatically yung point guard, si Roel Hosso, sabi niya, ako na yan.
Oo. Samantalahin. Cagayan de Oro's scoring has tapered off in this quarter. As you take a look at the knee of De Guzman, still a couple of pounds overweight actually this season. Because remember, they started the season training in the hills of Antipolo. Manabat still cannot buy a basket. De Guzman winds up with it. Trying to steam past 3 defenders. Muntik pang madapa.
And the foul will be called on Hossol.
Foul starting to pile up. 3 on Cagayan de Oro. Pasig Rizal is still spotless. Apat na lang ang lamang ng Cagayan de Oro at hawak ng Pasig Rizal ang bola.
Pace of the game has been really slow.
So many interruptions.
Oh. And there's another one.
Mike Otto could have gotten a technical there. Walang tigil na traveling. Hindi pa naman Holy Week.
Oh.
Ligo. Finally.
If I remember right, last year Ligo had one 21-point game, and that was about his highlight for the year.
Guzman stumbling. He traveled.
Endless traveling violations being called in Pasig Rizal.
At gigil na si Joel Banal. At mapipilitan siya mag... But he actually had more rebounds than points. 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
And now Norman Gonzalez starting to heat up from the outside.
Anong preparasyon. 8-point lead for Cagayan de Oro. Malabanan curls the other way.
Yung medyo nawala ng rhythm. Kasi ito si Malabanan, as we had mentioned, the pass is a rhythm guy. Kapag maganda yung tempo niya, bigyan mo lang ng bigyan ng bola at pupukol yan. Pero oras na mawala yun, it will take him a while to get it back.
First foul on Ramil Cruz. First foul of Pasig Rizal in this quarter.
And Warren Ibanez is on the bench and thinking of how he can contribute to Pasig's cause this afternoon because he's been checked severely by Cagayan de Oro.
And as a result, has not been getting the minutes. Cruz bats it out. Shot clock down to 7. Napasok ngayon si Gilbert Castillo para kay Ramil Cruz at mamaya halftime ang ating feature mailbox ni Norman Gonzalez at ang ating Adidas halftime highlights at ulat ni Babian.
Well, this might be that one game a year where James Ligo explodes.
Maaari, he has 5 points.
That would be a big help for Cagayan de Oro.
The Amigos have hit 4 3-point shots to the Pasig Rizal Pirates 1. Dumont muscling inside.
Working on Gonzalez using his quickness and size advantage.
One of the players who protects the ball with his body very well. Ligo got away. Walang help defense.
Let's see if it's his day. 7 points for Ligo here in the second period.
Well, they're buying plenty of rest for Peter Naron.
Oh, yes.
Yung pasa napunta kay De Guzman. Shot clock down to 5. De Guzman tried to squeeze it through 2. Now foul si Castillo. Si Hosso lang may sala. That's his second.
Bill, I'm a strong believer in teams having a legit starting unit and a second unit. And it really helps a team if the second unit develops a cohesive working knowledge. Kumbaga, kung ganun ka-komportable yung first 5, dapat ganun din sila komportable with each other and try to establish an identity of what they can do. They can either be a strong defensive 5, they can be a good scoring unit.
Dapat may sariling karakter.
Oo.
Kasi yung mga ibang player, niisip na parang panakibutas na sila eh.
Pero hindi, like, well, using an example in the NBA, like the Sacramento Kings.
That's true.
Their second unit is really, really proud to be part of the second unit.
At alam ng first unit na pag hindi sila nag-ingat.
Oo, yung second unit pwede pumasok.
Also rushed this.
Yes, he was not squared for that shot.
Over the backboard and out. 40-31. The Amigos have been leading the bulk of this first half. Dixon finally returns, replacing Hosol. Dumont. Si Guzman. Susukatin naman niya ngayon si Dixon. Underneath. Good job there by Otto. He has 6 points. More fluidity from Pasig Rizal.
And the lead of Cagayan de Oro is down to 7.
Gonzalez. Napunta kay Habagat. Napaganda pa.
And it's really important for guys like Habagat to score their 4 to 6 points a game to help out yung tinatawag nating main option ng Cagayan de Oro.
First basket for Habagat. Malabanan, di makalibre. De Guzman, nakalusot. Nagulat pa siya.
Oh. He has a smile on his face just to indicate na may halong swerte yung pangyayari.
Ligo in traffic, had to kick it out. Gonzalez gets the baseline. Put his head down and went to work. 5 points. 44-35.
So Cagayan de Oro has not let up, even with Naron on the bench. In fact, it actually increased the lead.
Yes, good development for them. Malabanan. Castillo.
Hinataw na lang talaga siya ni Manabat on that play.
2 offensive boards for
Well, at some point here in the second quarter, Naron will come back in for Manabat. Unless, of course, Cagayan de Oro is able to hold on to this lead. See, a lot of teams really don't put too much emphasis on the final 2 minutes of the second period, but I think successful teams know how important that is to have some momentum going into the break at halftime.
Yes, momentum can really shift drastically in the final minute of a period.
Minsan nagkakaroon ng 6-point, 8-point swings doon.
Sayang din.
Oo. Malaking bagay yun. Lalo na kung pupukan yung laban.
The Amigos already in the penalty. Pasig Rizal just has 1 foul. Ligo. Spins for the baseline, gets hot. And here's Bobby Yan with the report on Manabat.
Yes, Bill, alam mo, I asked Coach Arlene about itong performance ni Edwin Manabat na medyo non-factor ngayon. Ang sabi niya, medyo nag-aapura talaga si Manabat on the floor. Yung kanyang outside shots to minutes on the floor ratio ay napakataas. Pero alam ni Coach Arlene na maganda yung pinakita ni Manabat in Cebu. Pero parang dito, sobra niyang gusto magpakita. So he's hoping that Manabat gets his game dahil sayang lang yung experience nito. Now on the other side, sa Pasig, si Patrick Benedicto, the doctor still cannot touch his knee dahil masakit pa ito. Bill?
Okay, so that's something that the Pirates still have to be concerned with. Siyang pa rin ang lamang ng mga amigo. Nagbalik na si Ibanez.
Para kay Jonathan De Guzman is still on the floor. He came in for Malabanan.
Free throw problems continue to plague both teams. Castillo against Manabat. Turn around. Pasok. 8 points for Gilbert. 45-38.
Now Cagayan de Oro is isolating Ligo.
Suddenly went quiet after a string of baskets. Dixon asking for the screen. There's a switch. Manabat inside to Gonzalez. Great passing.
and great patience on the part of Cagayan de Oro. Last year, they would have just pulled the trigger at some point along the way.
Castillo. Otto, casual jumper, hits the rim. Dumont, follow up.
Second chance points coming into play for Pasig Rizal.
Dumont has 8 rebounds.
I think he has played without relief here in the first half.
Oo nga, no? Kaya pala hinihingal na. 47-40.
And this place is hot and humid.
Manabat getting his rhythm. First bucket.
Well, the Amigos really, as Bobby mentioned, have great faith in Edwin Manabat and his ability to contribute eventually. Well, Manabat was down on the floor. That was the only thing he can do to stop Castillo from scoring on him.
Takedown there by Edwin Manabat. It's not easy to go from Cagayan de Oro to Bunuan either.
Yes, that's true. That's what we're saying.
All in a day's work. Gilbert Castillo again receiving a foul.
For Pasig.
Castillo now the first Pirate in double figures. Only one player for either team has not scored, and for the Pirates it's Ibanez. For the Amigos it's Martin. Everybody else has chipped in. Stolen by Ibanez. Fouled by Ligo.
Well, Ligo cutting off that lane for Ibanez. Almost disappeared into the crowd.
Second foul on Ligo. Full penalty situation against Cagayan, but then again it's also a shooting foul. Matapang din ito si Warren, ano?
As we mentioned, he's not yet on the scoreboard, and still looking for his first point in the ballgame. Arlene Rodriguez, coach of Cagayan de Oro.
Well, his averages might go down.
Ano mo tawag kay Warren Ibanez yung crowd? Bata.
Aba, wag iismolin. It will stay with the Amigos having trouble setting up a shot. 13 seconds to shoot. The post up Tixon. Try to get it to Habagat. Minute and spare change on the clock. Otto passing it to the crowd.
Well, the first time around, Otto had a spectacular pass to Malabanan. That time around,
he had a spectacular pass
to nobody.
Pasig still down by 7. Ligo with an escape blocked by Otto, saved by De Guzman. Ibanez crossover in the paint
and lost it.
Trying a bit too hard.
I really think Naron should have been put back into the game with about 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. Who knows what he might have done.
Oh, baka manlamig din.
Oo, baka sakaling madagdagan yung lamang.
This Dikit na Dikit shot block is brought to you by Volcasil.
But perhaps the coaching staff of Cagayan de Oro wanting to give Manabat some confidence.
Well, as long as they're leading. Tixon, snap.
Oh, tough shot.
Falling away, turning around. 5 points for Tixon.
Offensive foul, Castillo backing in against Manabat. It's going to be the third on Castillo. And now let's see if Cagayan de Oro can take the last shot. There's a 2-second differential between the game clock and shot clock.
Let's see. And the Amigos will call a timeout to set up.
Tanong lang, it looks like Rodriguez wants to take the shot as soon as they can, while somebody mentioned that the differential between the clocks, only 1 second. A 5-second violation.
Mental lapse on the part of the Amigos.
Because there was somebody out of position. And now they give Pasig one last chance to get the ball back.
And knowing the Pirates, may play na sila para rito. And look at them spread the floor.
For Ibanez.
Great crossover dribble. Left-handed layup does not drop. Couple of seconds left. Looks like the first quarter. Takes on hard off the glass, but didn't go. So Cagayan de Oro will carry a 9-point lead going into halftime. 51-42 over the Pasig Rizal Pirates. Will be back with all our... Oh, yes. Just drying up some more slick spots on the floor. The Amigos will be starting out with Naron, Ferma, Gonzalez, Abagat, and Tixon, their starting unit. For the Pirates, they have Malabanan, Dumont, Sese, Castillo, and Ibanez. So a mix there for Joel Banal.
Medyo pinaghalo-halo nila. Let's see if Pasig Rizal will try to establish the offense of Ibanez here in the early going of the third period, because coming into this game, he was their leading scorer, averaging about 16 a game.
Meanwhile, Patrick Benedicto must be in tremendous pain because he didn't even get up from the bench to go to the dugout.
Hindi yan talaga pwede. Talagang kailangan na patingnan yan. And checking ourselves, actually, Ibanez averaging 14 points a game. But as we mentioned, he is the leading scorer for Pasig Rizal. Cagayan de Oro, Naron, and Garrido both averaging 18 points a game to lead the way. Norman Gonzalez, 16.
And if you have anything that you want to tell us, you can email us at mba@abs-cbn.com.
And of course, that is the
www.philsports.net. At next week, may pin-up tayo ni Alex Conklin.
Okay.
Downloadable, of course.
Yung pin-up mo.
Baka doon na kami magsara. Dumont swallowed up by the defense of Cagayan de Oro. Castillo scraps for it. Matindi ang tulakan sa ilalim at
More si Peter Naron, who has to keep himself busy, also helping out off the glass, picking up a foul there.
How hard is it for a shooter like Peter Naron to come off the bench after having sat down for so long and start scoring again?
It's a little difficult, but I'm sure he's thankful for that extra rest, because I think he rested for about 8 minutes in the second period while his team was able to not just hold on to the lead, but build upon it.
And that is very unusual. Samantala, nakita niyo isang Vulcasil, dikit na dikit. Shot block, Ibanez, hook pass, Castillo, layup.
Well, Ibanez noticing the double team right away and finding the open man.
The Amigos still looking pretty relaxed. The lead is 7 as we start the second half of play. Bill Velasquez with Butch Maniego, Babian, and Babian.
Oh no, there's 2 of them.
Well, you'd be amazed at the cloning technology nowadays.
Second foul on Tixon. And Cagayan de Oro, I really believe, must come up with a good start here in the third period. Yung parang ganadong-ganado sila. Try not to let Pasig Rizal back into the game, but Ibanez isolated and getting a field goal.
Finally scoring. And you know, one thing you look at the scoreboard is ang daming foul ng Cagayan de Oro no first half.
Totoo yan.
Naka-18 foul na sila lahat-lahat. Tixon
tried to draw a foul, I believe.
Nagkaumpugan sila ni Malabanan. 9 seconds on the clock. And this is the point in the game wherein the Pirates can actually make the run.
Itong umpisa ng third quarter.
But they usually come in very pumped up from the dugout.
Malabanan is called for the foul. Loose ball variety. Angling off Ferma. And that's going to be 4 on Malabanan.
Lead stands at 5, 51-46. Wala pang isang minuto at kalahating lumilipas sa ating third quarter. Ibanez swipes it.
Well, you can't make lazy passes with Ibanez around.
Nakakabulag ang bilis ng kamay nitong si Warren. Lob pass, malabanan underneath. Great read by Dumont.
6-0 run by Pasig Rizal at the start of the third period.
At ngayon, ginigising ng mga Cagayanon sa kanilang kupunan. They've been outscored 6-0 so far. Dixon whips it inside. Gonzalez ran out of room. Ferma scraping the glass.
Yeah, alam mo, as we keep mentioning, the people here in Cagayan de Oro, they don't, ang gusto nila makita yung lumalaban yung team. Talaga nagpapakamatay. Hindi naman, not so much that they win all the time, although that would be nice. Dixon will commit his third foul against Ibanez.
And over here by the side of the stage, you can see streamers and billboards proclaiming them as the fighting Cagayan de Oro amigos. Dahil nga, Cagayan de Oro, city of golden friendship. Pero ito, business na ito.
Oo. Trabaho lang.
Trabaho lang.
There's the isolation once again on Ibanez.
Castillo setting a screen. Ibanez open. Push-up shot does not go. There's a push or an elbow or something.
It's going to be on Habagat.
Third foul on Nick. Or as you like to call him, Air.
Yes.
Again, Cagayan de Oro quick to get into penalty. They still have 9 minutes and a half in this third quarter. Pasig, meanwhile, just one foul.
Cagayan de Oro playing defense with their hands a bit.
Ibanez did not get the roll. Naron trying to warm himself up. Dixon in the low post. Umarap si Castillo. Abagat comfortable with his shot. Ferma. Dixon. Crooked.
And there's a war zone inside.
Oh. Ibanez. Playing out the play. They'll try it again. Castillo. Gonzalez, 3-on-2. Gonzalez to Ferma, and he's fouled. Gonzalez held onto the ball just long enough. Cese's third foul. The big men of Pasig Rizal starting to get into foul trouble. Meanwhile, here's an unconventional fast break brought to you by FedEx. We live to deliver. Norman Gonzalez feeding Ferma. Ferma now with 8.
And those little things, those contributions from the guys that are not usually counted upon the score, that's what's lifting Cagayan de Oro at the moment.
Ibanez. Mintis. Mali yata yung pektus.
Oo, nabaliktad. Now Naron doing the ball handling for Cagayan de Oro.
Ba pinag-isipan pa ni Peter. Gonzalez. Triple team.
Maybe Naron should not have made the pass.
You know, Cagayan de Oro cannot seem to break away at this stage. Cese, well, he just banged it inside.
Just took it in strong against Nick Abag at that time, so it's back to a 6-point lead for Cagayan de Oro. Very deliberate pace now being employed by the Amigos.
Dixon to Gonzalez. Traveling before he took off. Got the ball on the wrong foot.
Yes, actually. Can I adjust myself?
Otto replacing Castillo. So again, the big front line for Pasig Rizal. They've chipped away at the lead of the Amigos. It is now down to 6. Cese asking for a clear out. Aba. Gave it up to Naron. Naron fouled by Cese. That's one of the bad habits of Jogi Cese.
Let's see, though, if they just call it an ordinary foul, then it was a profit well taken because the two big men of Pasig were lagging behind on the break.
Yes, they do. It's not a breakaway foul.
So napaganda na. Crowd here asking now for James Ligo, who had a good second period.
By the way, that was the fourth foul on Cese. Naron. They swing it over. Ferma. Air ball. Another chance for the Pirates to whittle away at that lead. Ibanez. Dumont. Tinirahan ng tres. Baka lang ang tinamaan. Otto nakabuslo na, foul pa.
And that's the size of Pasig Rizal coming into the picture. Dumont was confident enough to take the shot because he had two more big teammates here inside.
Second foul on Ferma. Alam mo, boss, lahat na pumapasok sa loob. Tumahawak sa ulo, mga bukol. Getting very physical. The Pirates are just down by 4. The Pirates now within striking distance of the Amigos. What has happened, Butch, to the scoring of Cagayan de Oro? They've only scored 5 points in this quarter.
Well, they've tried to become more deliberate at this stage of the game, which is actually running right smack into the game plan of Pasig Rizal. So maybe Cagayan de Oro should try to open things up a bit more.
Dixon got the ball back, but he traveled. Now, the Pirates breaking up the passing lanes, and the crowd again getting very anxious.
Alam mo kasi medyo talagang kulob itong Mindanao Polytechnic State College gym. So konting ingay sa crowd, talagang rinig mo sa sahig.
Cese, double team. Ibanez climbs one off the iron.
Almost saves the ball too.
Yes. The Amigos have not scored in over 2 minutes.
And as you mentioned, they're one of the higher scoring teams in the NBA.
Dixon has been pretty quiet. Dumont really giving Naron a tough time. And it's only now that the Pirates are in penalty.
So Castillo and Adriano come in for Malabanan and Cese. And this is almost the starting unit of Pasig Rizal.
Dixon suddenly slapped the crowd awake with a triple. He has 8 points.
And a very, very important basket for Cagayan de Oro just to get them back on track.
They jump ahead by 6. Ibanez tries to get the basket back.
And now Cagayan de Oro is running.
4-on-3 situation. Naron. Trademark fall away, not this time. 2-on-1. Adriano speeds in.
Good fast break, even though there was one man back for Cagayan de Oro.
Nahilo si Nicabagat doon. At muli, the booster rocket of the Amigos, Alan Garrido will come in along with Jonathan de Guzman. At the next dead ball situation, that is. Muli, 4 ang lamang ng Cagayan de Oro. Tixon, isa pa.
Now, Richie Tixon is starting to get the feel for playing here in Cagayan de Oro. 14 points now, 11 rather, for Richie Tixon.
Kaya nasabi mo, mahirap tumira ng outside shot dito. Adriano. Ganda ng lusot na kay Herman. But the basket already counts, and hey, the lights went out.
Well, some of it.
Buti na lang, may bound tayo. A shot clock winding down for Cagayan de Oro. There's a foul just as the clock expires. The score, by the way, the Amigos 62, the Pirates 57. We are playing Without the benefit of full lighting here at the Mindanao Polytechnic State College gym, but the game must go on. Second foul on Mike Otto.
And the best indication of that, kasi kala nyo mukhang maliwanag eh, dahil maganda nga ng mga cameras na ginagamit natin dito. But you can see the shadows. Kasi usually minimal lang yung shadows na makikita mo when all the lights are on.
Oh, dahil may overhead lighting.
Overhead lights, pero not at this juncture. Ibanez is now replaced by Jonathan De Guzman.
Norman Gonzalez, 1 out of 6 from the free throw line, is at the stripe again, and the lighting will definitely affect the depth perception of the outside shooters in this game.
We expect some players to start shooting from the left. Of course, there are a lot of players who believe that they can shoot with the lights out.
Or with their eyes closed.
Oh, yes. I think some of them do.
Well, just ask Peter Naron. 8 points now for Gonzalez. A little more breathing room for Cagayan de Oro. Adriano got a fast break basket earlier. That's an offensive foul.
That'll be number 5 on Adriano. Good ploy by Richie Dixon to draw the offensive foul.
At kita mo naman si Richie. Aray ko.
At alam mo naman kasi, Bill, I mean, these basketball players, of course, sabihin mo, syempre kung kumpleto yung ilaw, syempre naka-aircon, okay, mas maganda yung conditions. But, you know, these guys growing up, they used to play until night fell. Even sa kalye.
Oh, sa buhangin, sa lupa, semento, kahit saan naglalaro yan.
Oo. Kaya nga nakarating sila sa ganito.
Pressure defense by the Pirates. Now, clock down to 3. Dixon bombing away, ill-advised. Adriano, drop step, too strong.
And nobody can take that ball away from Norman Gonzalez.
You're welcome to try. 63-57 still. Dixon hopped the pass to Habag at Naron, asking for the ball. Ilaw-ilaw.
Hindi kailangan ni Peter Naron yan. 8-point lead once again for Cagayan de Oro.
May radar.
That may only be his first field goal here in the second half.
That's true. 17 points. They go underneath. Otto was stripped. Now the Amigos pushing it up. The lights are back on. Dixon.
Ba nagulat sa ilaw.
And see, the shadows are gone.
Yes.
Almost all of them. Castillo, bothered by the defense.
Otto caught pushing off.
Swept the space in front of him. Number 3 on him. 6 fouls on Pasig Rizal. And we will have a timeout by the...
And Dixon readily gives up a foul.
4th foul on Richie.
And that is really
1-1.
And all these fouls have really helped to slow down the game.
You don't say.
Martin giving Norman Gonzalez a rest. And as you mentioned, Bill, looks like Martin is the only player who hasn't scored na pinasok. Trying to check if pinasok na lahat. Hosol is in the ball game now for Dixon.
39 fouls already in this game. Guzman gets the free throw, and nobody wants to tap the ball through the net.
Hey, anchormen are not supposed to count.
Hey, watch it. They paid years of tuition for that. Addition lang naman yan. So yun na yung multiplication sa division. Saka yung mga degree of difficulty.
This is going to be a crucial stretch of the ball game for Cagayan de Oro with some of their second unit on the floor.